Hey everyone, welcome back to new content of Cybroses. In today's video, we will discuss about the manual reordering rule in Odoo 18 inventory. So reordering rule in Odoo help to automate the process of replenishment your stock, and they defined the minimum and maximum stock levels for a product when the stock falls below the minimum and Odoo triggers a replenishment order. Now let's see how can we manage the manual reordering rule in Odoo 18 inventory. For that, we can just move on to the inventory module and let's consider a product. So in this case, I would like to consider the product as um, black embroidered shirt. And you can see that the on-hand quantity of the product is right now 0. And if you want to just track the inventory based on unique serial number, unique load number, you can just enable that. So once that's done, also ensure that you have provided the purchase um, cost as well as the purchase tax over here. Afterwards, you can just move on to the purchase tab and we just need to designate the vendor. By default, Odoo will consider Abigail Peterson as the vendor. This is because Abigail Peterson is the vendor in the order line and first line of the vendor list. So once it's done, you can just move on to the mod button in order to set the replenishment order. In this case, we have set a replenishment order, and here you can find the on-hand quantity is 0 and the forecasted quantity is also 0. Since we haven't received any order from the customer, the forecast quantity is 0. And in this case, you can also find that we are just managing the manual reordering rule. In order to get this field, you can just move on to the settings, and here you have to enable the field that is trigger. So by default, you will be getting it as auto. And as we just want to perform manual reordering rule, I have changed the option into manual. Now, whenever the quantity falls below 5, we just need to stock the item into the warehouse. So here we only just need to make a maximum quantity of 60. And here you can also find a field called multiple quantity. So in this case, I have provided it as 7. So in order to get the multiple quantity field, we have to enable it from the settings. So multiple quantity is nothing but sometimes the supplier will only provide the items in multiple quantity. So if you're just setting it as 1 and all, you will be getting the multiple quantity as 60 itself. And in this case, you can see that the multiple quantity we have provided is 7. Like when you just set the multiple quantity as 1, 2, 3 and all, you will be getting it as 60 over here in case of 2 order. But when you just turn it to 7 here, you can see that the maximum or item that we will be stocking will be 56. This is because when we just consider the multiplication of 7 here, we know that 1 sevens are 7, 2 sevens are 14, 3 sevens are 21, 4 sevens are 28, 5 sevens are 35, and 6 sevens are 42, 7 sevens are 49, and this will not meet the quantity. And when you just move on to 7 8s are, it will be giving 56, and 7 9s are 63. So we are making a maximum quantity stock of 60, and when you just go with 7 9s are, it will exceed the quantity. So the nearest number to the 60 is 56. So we will consider 56 and we will be stocking the item of 56 quantity into our stock. So once that's done, you can see that as we are just performing the manual reordering rule, you can just click on order over here. So here you can see that no rule has been found to replenish the item. Now we just need to verify the route. So in order to verify the route, let's move on to the product, and under the inventory we have enabled the route. We also just need to ensure that we have designated the route as by. Then only we can just make the replenishment. So upon clicking on order, you can see that we have just manually made a replenishment order over there, and the purchase number is also provided over there. So as you just choose that purchase number, you can see that the order that is generated with the Abigail Peterson as the vendor. Now we just need to keep the item in the stock. So let's move on to confirm the order. And here you can see that the RFQ is just turned into purchase order. But still we haven't received the item into our stock. Now we just need to receive the item into our stock. As we just move on to receive button, you can see we have to validate the process in order to set the item. Now let's move on to the yeah um, button over here, and let's assign the generate the serial number for the item. So let's say as we are just performing with we are considering the product black embroidered shirt, we can provide it as B OAT01 as the first serial number, and we just need to provide the numbers of 56 items, and let's click on generate so that it will be automatically generated over here. You do not need to manually generate the serial number. Afterwards, you can click on save and you can find everything over here. So if you want to view the serial number, you can just enable this field, and afterwards here you would be able to select each of the uh, numbers. Okay, so for the time being I'm not doing that, and let's uh, uh, yeah, save everything, and afterwards here let me click on validate in order to keep the item in the stock. So here you can see that we have just kept the item in our stock, and as we just move on to the product, black embroidered shirt, you can see that currently we will be having 56 item in our stock. So this is how we can just manage with the manual reordering rule. Now, if you want to perform the manual reordering rule, now let me just dive into the inventory module. In the inventory module, we can find the operations and we can find the replenishment. So from here also we can perform the reordering rule. So if you want to just create a new reordering rule, you can just do that. So in this case, you can see that the on-hand quantity is 0, and here you can also find the forecasted quantity is minus 10, and manual reordering rule, and we can also set a maximum quantity and minimum quantity. So I'll be setting the minimum quantity as 3 and maximum quantity as 10 over here. Okay, and in this case you can see that the to order will be calculated as 20. This is because in order to consider the to order, we have to consider an equation, that is maximum quantity minus forecasted quantity. So in this case the maximum quantity is 10 and the forecasted quantity is also minus 10. So as you just move on here, minus to order is equal to 10 minus 10. That will be giving the to order as 20. So once that's done, we can just manually arrange this. So before going into that, let's consider the product, that is corner desk right sit. So in this case, you can just move on to the purchase module and ensure that we have the vendor over here. Now I would like to consider the other vendor, which is Anita Oliver, and I would like to set the price of the product as 130. So afterwards, you can also set the delivery lead time, which means whenever the customer orders, whenever we just place an order for this item from the vendor Anita Oliver, she will be delivering the item on the same day itself. Now we also just need to ensure that we have designated the route over, we have configured the route under the product. So once that's done, you can just move on to the replenishment over here. And in the replenishment, we can also manually choose the supplier. So if you want to manually choose a supplier, you can just simply click on the I button. So by default, we know that when we just click on order once or order, the purchase order will be generated for the vendor, the Jackson Group. But in this case, I just need to manually set the vendor. So I'll be choosing the supplier as Anita Oliver. So I'll be setting it as set as manually. Set as um, supplier. So here in this case, when you just click on order once, here the order will be generated, and you can just move on to the uh, order that is generated, and the order will be generated for the vendor Anita Oliver. Now we can just keep the item in the stock. So as you just click on confirm, you can see we can just receive the item by clicking on receive product, and we can just validate the process. So in this case, we just don't need to assign any lot number or serial number because we are only tracking based on the quantity. So as you just move on to the corner desk right sit, in this case, you can see that we have 20 items in the stock, and you can also find the other details like we have a forecasted quantity as 10. So that's how we just manage with the manual reordering rule in Odoo 18 inventory. So I hope this video clarifies how to manage the manual reordering rule. We have one more reordering rule, which is the automatic reordering rule. So we have already done a video on that. So if you have any doubt regarding the automatic reordering rule, kindly watch the video. And if you want Odoo customizations or Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybroses. As always, stay awesome and thank you for watching the video.